Hello everybody, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be making another review about the HORI Truck Control System because the last review, well, I mean, it got a lot of views, but I feel like that review did not have as many details as I wanted it to. It was sort of like I gotta make this video quick, and I mean, it got a lot of views, and I feel like it will only make sense to make a bit more of a more detailed review about this wheel. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, this is the HORI Truck Control System. This is a steering wheel this is part of the system. We're starting with the wheel. This is a wheel that is made for realism. This entire control system that HORI has made is designed for realism. This wheel is fantastic. I've used it for, well, almost a year. I mean, it's been 10 months so far, I think, something like that. I love it. I really like it. I've been playing a bunch of Euro Truck Simulator 2, a bunch of American Truck Simulator, and also a bit of other stuff like The Bus and other games. I tried BeamNG, but the force feedback is not compatible with BeamNG. So unfortunately that was not working that well. And that's another thing about the HORI Truck Control System, is that it's not compatible with every game. Of course, it's compatible with ETS2 and ATS, and that's because they have made this wheel in collaboration with SES software, which runs ETS2 and ATS. So this wheel, I mean, it comes already binded, so it's like plug and play. When you get this wheel, plug it into your computer, instantly load up Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator, and all of the buttons are already binded, so you don't have to worry about anything. Now let's talk about this wheel for a second, because this wheel is fantastic. This is a 40 centimeter in diameter wheel, which basically means that it's the same size as a real-life truck. I drive real-life trucks, and I can confirm this is the same size. So this is a fantastic wheel. I really like the wheel because of the size. Obviously, you can get other models out there that are the same size and diameter, but I will get into why I like this and why I prefer this wheel over other steering wheels that you can get on the market. Now let's talk about the rotation. This wheel has 1800 degrees of steering, so as you can see, it just turns and turns and turns. There you go, and then you can turn it all the way back. Now it's in standard, and then you can turn it left side, and there we go. So 1800 degrees of steering. I really love it. It's 900 degrees to left and right side, if you can tell, and I think it's fantastic. It is a huge upgrade from my last wheel. My last wheel was the G920, the Logitech G920, and this wheel is a major upgrade because with that wheel, because I'm using a desk, because I don't have a whole sim rig and anything like that, having that G920, it was like driving a race car while driving a truck. It was not that realistic, and I used the G920 for years. Then this came out, instantly bought it, and this is just fantastic. A major upgrade. If you are looking to upgrade your sim rig, you know, for ETS2 and ATS, or maybe some bus simulator or whatever, this is a fantastic wheel for that. This wheel also has a dual motor force feedback, which, I mean, that just helps with the realistic feel of driving. Now, I'm not the biggest expert on force feedback, but I do think that dual force or dual motor force is pretty good. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think that is pretty good. Now, the HORI Truck Control System comes with a ton of buttons. Now, obviously, the wheel has a ton of buttons here, a little too many if you ask me, but then it also comes with this shifter, which has a ton of buttons alongside it, which are just fantastic for ETS2 and ATS. Again, they've made it in collaboration with SES software, so they made sure that, you know, most of the buttons that you can use in game, you can use by using the wheel. Pretty cool. I really like that from HORI. And then obviously, like many other steering wheels out there, it comes with a program that you can download online, where you can edit, you know, some settings for the truck control system. And a fun fact: when you get this wheel, you actually also get a free copy of ETS2 and ATS. this is what that looks like. And on the other side, there is Steam download codes. I still have not used them, and I do think that I'm gonna maybe do a giveaway or something like that. I'm not sure. So this is just such a bonus. I really like that they give you this coupon code thing with the wheel. Fantastic. That is such a neat feature. Now, obviously, I don't need it because I've had ETS2 and ATS for many years, so I'll never need it. But, you know, it's nice, I guess, for people who are getting into truck simulators. But, I mean, it's okay, let me rephrase it. It's good to give away to your friend or family member who also wants to try to play ETS2 or ATS on their own. Obviously, most people who are gonna buy this probably aren't fully beginners. They're probably, you know, have been playing a bit for a while, maybe with a PS5 controller or something like that. But I mean, it's a nice feature. It's a nice gesture. I really like it. I just don't think that most people that buy this wheel don't already have ETS2, or maybe they have ETS2 and then they can get ATS for free and then give their ETS2 copy away or something. I don't know. Nice feature. Thank you. I really appreciate HORI. Now, let me get into the feel of this wheel. I talked a bit about that on the last video that I made. I'm going to talk about it again. So around the outside here, we have a leather finish with stitching all around. Now, these stitching have held up pretty good. I mean, there is a bit of, you know, stitching spots, but you know, there's most of the time going to be that. On here, this is usually where I find that the stitching usually breaks, and that's, you know, on these corners here. It's held up fine. I mean, you can see a little bit of stitching, you know, loosening up, but you can't get away with that. It is what it is, and I'm completely fine with it. Now, I'm going to talk a bit about the things that I don't like about the wheel, and there's very few, so I'm just going to say this quickly. Some things that I don't like is these two joysticks here. They're fantastic if you want to, you know, use, you know, you don't have to, you know, use your mouse. You can just quickly use this like a PS5 or Xbox controller. But the fact that when I drive and I have my hands like this, like that, I mean, I'm sorry, this is not that nice. Gotta be honest, I don't like that feature. It is what it is. It's fine, but it's just a little feature where I could be like, okay, that's a bit annoying. Also, sometimes, you know, when you're turning the wheel, you might accidentally hit the joystick and then, you know, your camera will look somewhere else or something like that. So that I'm not really a big fan of, but it is what it is. And honestly, what I've just done to help me out is I've just unbinded those. Now, you could potentially remove them in some sort of way. I'm not going to try to do that because I don't want to break this wheel. I really like it and I don't want to break it. Alright, let's get into all the buttons. We're going to start from the left side, work our way to the middle, and then to the right side. Here we have a audio interface. Here you can go left and right for the radio. I don't remember what SRC stands for, but it stands for something. Volume up and down, I found that to be quite useful if I'm listening to Danish radio on while I'm driving an ETS2. Pretty nice. Here you have I think that's a light horn or air horn, something like that. I think that's air horn, which I think in your truck is called light horn. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I think that's for multiplayer voice. You have some navigation buttons, some, you know, infotainment display buttons here. Down here you have custom buttons from 1 to 8. I've set 1, 2, and 3 to first person, third person, and top down. Pretty nice. Here we have cruise control. Cruise control down, up, reset, and enable. And then over here we have another infotainment. This is more for the in-game truck. So you can zoom in on the map, you can do display types, you can do trip. I don't remember what trip does. And then you can do trip reset, which is 0.0. Pretty cool. Over here you have some more infotainment system stuff. So I think that's called the route advisor.
So messages, you can zoom in game, pretty nice. I've set that to another button, I think, I'm not sure. Favorites, map, and home, and then you have some lane assistant, cruise control there, or sorry, adaptive cruise control, that's what it's called. Over here you have some more route advisor buttons, OK, and then of course these two joysticks, which you can also press down. And then of course in the middle, the best part is the horn. Pretty cool, I like it. Over here we have the shifter. How well can you see that? I'm not sure. I think you can see that pretty well. So you can do left indicator, right indicator. You have what's called windshield wipers, up and down. Pretty cool, I really like it. Now the only thing that I don't like about this indicator stick is that it does not stay in its position whenever it's enabled. So if I indicate to the right, it's gonna reset its position, and if I indicate to the left, it's gonna do the same. That is a bit of a bummer. So I'm sorry, that is not really ideal. Anyways, let's move on to the right side. Can you see that? Sorta. You can sort of see it. Otherwise, I might move the camera closer. So here we have a drive, so you can, you know, set the truck into drive. Now in some trucks, like some Scanias, the new ones, you have a drive, neutral, and reverse here, where you can have drive up here, neutral, and then reverse down. Now why they haven't added that, I'm not sure, but they've done it in this way. I guess it's fine. I use it, you know, quite often because every time I put it into drive, I have to do that. So I guess it's fine. Here we have neutral and reverse. Can you see that? Yeah, you can kind of see it. If I just do that, you can see it a bit better. Neutral, I could move the camera closer, but I'm a bit too lazy for that right now. We have reverse, neutral, and then you have a it's called a automatic transmission power mode. So you can you can select different modes that you want your automatic transmission to be. So I think it's normal, power, and eco, something like that, and then disabled. Then you also have automatic retarder and automatic engine brake, pretty cool. And the best features about this stick, in my opinion, is that you can do up and down to hint shift. So so if you're driving automatic, you can hint the engine to, hint the transmission to gear up or gear down. That's pretty cool. And then if you go down one or down or up two or something like that, sorry, let me rephrase that. If you go down or up, you can do engine brake up or down. You can also set it to be the retarder. I think I've done that. I don't remember. So, but anyway, that's pretty cool. And then on the side, we have a little automatic / manual button. Pretty cool. Pretty gosh darn cool. Yeah, anyway, now on to the gear shifter. I hope you can see it well. We'll start with, you know, the different sides by themselves so you can actually see what's going on. This is the shifter, a fantastic shifter. I really like it. I really like the feel, and this has a bunch of features that we're going to talk about. Let's get into it. This right here on the side is to make the gear shifter either more smooth or hard. So right now it's set to the smoothest position, which feels, you know, super smooth. You can just change easily, pretty nice. But you can also change it all the way to the right side, which makes it harsh. So now you have to really force it into position, which can be a bit difficult with, you know, me not standing that stable right now. So that's pretty cool. You can also set it somewhere in between if you want to just up the harshness a bit, which honestly can be a bit cool too. I really like this. I really like this gear shifter and this little neat feature. I don't use the gear shifter that much. I usually just leave it in reverse, and then I can use the panel while I'm driving here on the right side. All right, let's talk about the buttons. We'll get into the shifter in a bit. Up here we have some window controls. Here we have some lifting of the truck, so up and down, both front axle and rear axle. That's pretty cool. Here we have some engines, electricity, and engine start stop. And we have, I'm not going to talk about all of the buttons individually, but I mean, these buttons cover most things in the truck that you're gonna want. So it is, I mean, you're probably not gonna need a lot more than these buttons right here. I really like these buttons. Now the only thing that I think is, it's quite humorous and it's quite funny. It's this little plasticky, finicky parking brake, electric parking brake, which is, I mean, it's just, it feels so thin that if I just do that and break it off, I mean, it's gonna break so easily. But I mean, it works. There's not really a difference if you click it this way or that way, which is kind of unfortunate. That would have been nice, but I mean, it is what it is. Of course, you have the nice red button here for the hazards, and then I'm gonna switch this gear shifter. Over here on this side, we have some other nice buttons. We have some lights, some beacon, some trailer coupling, some trailer brake, and some motor brake up and down, and then some camera angles and whatever. Pretty nice stuff. I really like that too. Now for the shifter here, I'm just going to tell you guys a bit about it. Here on the side we have a button. Why is it tracking my finger? I don't know. My camera is a bit weird. Right here on the side we have a button that is customizable. I don't actually remember what it does, but it can do something. On the other side we have another identical button, and then here on the front we have some, this is mainly for American trucks, I think. I don't actually know what these are used for exactly. I think it's to go up to high or low gearbox. Pretty nice. I don't really use them because I drive more ETS than ATS, but nice. I gotta admit, I don't often use this feature, but if I can get my camera to focus here. So there's this H shift to sequential thing where you can shift it into place, and then you can do that, or you can shift it back to H shifter so you can use it like so. And just a bit about some factual stuff about this this gearbox thingy. It comes with a USB-A connection and the end, and on this side, if I can get it out, a USB-C port here. Wait, focus. There we go. USB-C port. Thumbs up for that. Thumbs up for that. And another nice feature is that the USB-C cord is not on this side, but rather beneath it. I really like that, because when I'm at the desk and I have this, let's say the shifter's here and the wheel is here, and my computer's down there, I can just run the cable down there directly instead of having to have it up here and then go around something so I can have my mouse free of cables. Really nice feature. Thank you, HORI, for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And just real quick for the mounting type, this again has the same sort of mounting that you saw on the wheel. Beneath, I don't see any screw compatibility on the rear, so I think you need a plate for that or something like that if you're using a sim rig. All right, last but not least, we have the pedals. This is aluminium, I think, pedals. Pretty nice. They feel good. They're pretty durable. I mean, I haven't broken them yet, so they're not squeaky yet, so that's pretty good. I have some pedals from the G920 where the accelerator is unfortunately squeaky. I gotta apply some, I don't remember, some sort of oil, I don't remember what it's called, to get it to stop squeaking, but I haven't gotten around to do that. Otherwise, really nice pedals. This base is plastic. Forgot to say, all of these are primarily made of plastic, just so you know. Everything's plastic, but it's durable plastic. I mean, it works pretty good. I haven't had any issues with it so far, and I've had it for around 10 months, like I said. So, I mean, again, quality on this control system in general is fantastic. I really like it. So here we have the what's it called, the clutch. Here we have the brakes, and here we have the accelerator, obviously. Now, one thing I do have to say about the brake is that it is very short. You can see I can only press it down that much, and then that's it. Whereas the accelerator, it's a bit more. And I do get that brakes often don't go as far down as the accelerator, but it could have had a bit more, I think, or a bit of a different system, something like that. But I mean, it's fine. I've tried to make it work in game with settings and stuff, so it's a bit more realistic in braking terms, but otherwise very nice. The pedals here are connected directly to the steering wheel via this connection. I don't remember what this is called. It's like a Wi-Fi or internet connection cables. I don't remember what they're called. Can you see that? Is it focus? Yeah, there you go. So this type of cable, really like it. I mean, it's nice to have this little protection. Pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. But that connects directly to the steering wheel. Why it does that, I'm not sure, but it does, and it is what it is. I'm not a huge tech expert on why it has to connect to the steering wheel and why it cannot just be a separate cable like the other one. It is what it is. I believe this wheel is fantastic. I have enjoyed my time with this wheel. I have pretty much earned every little amount of money that I spent on this wheel back from the enjoyment that I've had with this wheel, if you get what I'm saying. I really like this wheel. I mean, this is just a fantastic wheel. It has done me wonders. I definitely think that I'm going to keep it for a while. I mean, I really like it. It's fantastic. Thank you, HORI, for creating this fantastic wheel. It is super nice. Yeah, really like it. I think my favorite feature about, if I got to talk a bit about my favorite niche things about this, well, I don't know if it's a niche, but my favorite things about this wheel is that the diameter, how large it is, the angle, really like that it has an indicator. I mean, that is just amazing. That you have a shifter with a ton of buttons that are all connected to ETS2 and ATS automatically. I mean, this is just fantastic. I can understand why HORI made this wheel. I mean, they have probably earned thousands, if not millions of euros on this wheel. Fantastic stuff. So if you want to get this wheel, not on sale, this cost 600 euros. That is around $600. 600 euros. That is super expensive. Super expensive for a truck sim wheel. For a truck sim wheel setup, I mean, I get that you get your pedals, shifter, and all of that included, but that is still very expensive. Is it worth the money? In my opinion, yes. If you have been playing ETS2/ATS for a while and have used a different wheel before and want to upgrade. Or if you've been playing ETS2 or ATS for a while and you think, you know what, I'm going to continue to enjoy playing this game for many, many years, I'm just going to upgrade now. Get this wheel. This is fantastic. I can 100% recommend it. I'd honestly say get it on sale. That is probably a very good thing to do. If you can. I mean, I saw that the wheel was on sale not that long ago. Get it on sale probably. Otherwise, this is fantastic. And if I have to compare the HORI Truck Control System with other wheels, if you look at the Moza truck wheel or the Aerosoft truck and bus wheel, I mean, you can go in and compare yourself, really, but you can definitely tell that this has a bunch of nice features that the other two wheels does not. They all have 1800 degrees of steering, but well, actually no, that's not true. The Moza truck wheel has 1800 degrees of steering. The Aerosoft truck and bus wheel does not. It has 1050, I believe. But anyways, I mean, this is just so much better, in my opinion, for what you get for the money. With Moza, you pay still a hefty price, but you have to pay extra for shifters and stuff like that, and the pedals, I think. I'm not quite sure exactly, but it's something like that. You get what you get here for that money, and it's more than enough. It's everything you need. It's plug and play. It's made in collaboration with SCS software. I mean, there's just no going wrong with this wheel. So get the wheel if you want to. That's just what I had to say about the comparison. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos. I'm gonna start uploading a bit more. I haven't uploaded in half a year, so I'm gonna start uploading a bit more. This is the video starting it, and then I'm probably gonna upload some ETS2, ATS gameplay, probably do a bit of that. Yeah, so if you want to stick around for that, subscribe, leave a like on the video if you like this, and leave a comment if you have any questions. I mean, I've pretty much answered most of the comments in my last video, and I'll be happy to do it again for this video. So just do that if you are interested in that. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.